and they'll be looking to do the same again today. And Kenya, a couple of changes in their lineup. Thomas Oduya and Morris Adumbi are back. They're both fit again, so they're back in. And Tony Suji and Brijul Patel are the guys who are having a rest. Now, India won the toss and elected to bat. Let's pick up the action with our first two commentators, Sanjay Mandraker and also Robin Jackman.
Tendulkar's career just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And you add all his test runs to that as well. 8,000 odd test runs. And what's he, 20 odd thousand international runs for India. Sehwag, just 67 matches. This is 67th milestone for him to pass 2,000 runs. He needs just another 36 to pass that. Will he do it in this World Cup? Or better still, will he do it tonight? Two slips, three in the covers. Pretty orthodox field. And runs straight away, two of them. Won't be the quickest of outfields after all the rain that's fallen in the area. And already somebody's catching a rollicking. For Doyle. Beautiful shot.
Well, that's Virendra Sehwag for you. He may not be in the greatest of form, but that won't stop the boundaries coming early. But this was one of the easiest shots to play for a batsman. It's pitched right up. Always at good hands. Sehwag generally finds the middle of the bat. Not a big follow through, just a push with the face opening up to get the full meat of the bat behind the ball. Nice shot.
Big appeal. Daryl Harper not interested. 10 for no wicket. Let's have a look at this LBW shout. It's not a bad shout. That has it hit him on the way across? You've got to ask yourself. The bat's tucked behind the pad. That wasn't a bad shout, Sanjay.
Well, there was an emphatic no from Daryl Harper when the question was asked. You can see their big no, and then he responded after a while.
Outside edge will get him runs, two of them. Shot, 4 runs to finish the over. Big one for India. 19 for no wicket. I beg your... Yes, I was right the first time. Nicely played off the back foot. Trying to get 3 here. They do. That's good running from both of them.
Selfless runners, both Sehwag and Tendulkar. He made a point off air, Robin, that is not one to keep or hog the strike, Tendulkar, in spite of his complete control of the situation, being the man in form. He'll pick up every run possible, irrespective of who eventually ends up on strike. Same can be said about Virendra Sehwag. He was the one who called for the third.
Pulled away. Tendulkar just makes the most of slight error from the bowler. It was just a little bit short and gave him an opportunity to put it away.
Not very short. I think it's the line which allowed him to free his arm to play on the leg side, which dictated that shot, and also the pace. He knows it's not going to travel to him quickly. He had ample time to rock back, and he was looking to go for the big one. Tendulkar, you could see him looking to really hit it over the rope. And in the end, just about a yard inside the rope, it bounces.
Good shot. No, it goes to the boundary. 4 means 5 off the over. A better over. 12 gone, 49 without loss.
So fine shot to end the last over. 49 for no loss, India. Again, good balance, nice stride forward. That's good to see. A lot more positive with his footwork, Virendra Sehwag. Gondo will continue. He's doing a good job. Oh, he's got hold of that. One bounce over the rope.
Well, the umpires aren't sure. They're just having a chat, so I think they'll refer this to a third umpire. And we can assist him there with the replay. Wasn't a bad shot.
Yes, he picked it up quickly. I'm just trusting my naked eye here. But it was touch and go, very close to the rope. Just landing inside.
Not bad for a man of 53. Very impressed, Ravi.
Done well, yes. Boundary is the signal.
Well, that's a bit of a long hop. That's put away. Some work to be done. Can't quite get there, so those 4 runs off the first ball of his spell.
Probably still a bit sore from his performance against Australia. That's too short, much too short.
Driving on the up. Very good shot, just a half stop. Outfield is pretty slow because of the rain. The old fella's got to chase it, as is Karim. And Tendulkar comes back for 3.
Driving has not been easy on this surface. Ball hasn't really come onto the bat that sweetly. The captain was the man there at mid-off. Just slightly disappointed that he couldn't get a bit more onto the ball. Saved the run though.
Sehwag should be out now. The fieldsman is circling underneath it. Has he taken the catch? Morris Adumbi it is. He's a very, very good fielder, Morris Adumbi. 33 years of age. He hasn't missed out, and that is a big breakthrough initially for Kenya.
This is pretty much what Kenya needed. They managed to bring the run rate back. It was just about 6 at one stage. Got it to below 4. Then they needed to take a wicket. Well, Sehwag is the man looking to hit towards the onside. The ball just straightening a bit. Morris Adumbi turning his back to the ball. Not really the perfect position to be in. But he held on just the same. It's 74 for 1.
Time for the skipper to walk out in the middle now. And last time he played against Kenya, he got 107 not out. His average has been pretty good so far in this World Cup, averaging 47. Overall, averaging 42.5. 8,500 runs. He's replacing, of course, Virendra Sehwag, who was the last man dismissed.
Have a look at that shot. Ball was on off stump. That nagging line and the length again. Morris Adumbi turning his back to the ball. But I suppose he had all the confidence in the world. He knew he would have held on. Held on well.
He's had some good celebrations as Morris Adumbi in this World Cup so far. Ngondo, good reward for his tidy bowling. Still smiling. Lovely shot. That is a glorious shot from Sachin Tendulkar. Didn't try and hit it too hard. 7 runs from the over, 78 for 1.
Excellent shot. Just slightly overpitched. It wasn't a half volley by any means, but against Sachin Tendulkar, you have got to be so perfect with your length. Just pushed it. He realized mid-off was a bit wide. It was just a matter of getting it past the bowler.
To full toss. There's a pass mid-off. Yes, it is. 4 runs, so that's going to hurt. Boundary off the last ball of the over. Karim will not be happy with that loose one. So 7 from the over, 20 gone, 85 for 1.
That's well played. Got that away fine. This outfield not the quickest. Good commitment in the deep. But yet another half century for the little man. And what a tournament he's having.
That's 650s and a century in the World Cup. And that doesn't really sound as it should do, because it's, I'd rather say it's 450s, 290, 197, 198 and 100. Such a clever shot. Played with a vertical bat rather than horizontal. Just paddled it around there. The third umpire needs to just check that this was all done properly. And it looked pretty good to me. Or does that? Uh-oh. That's 4. Change ends. Valiant effort. And it's fair to say fielders don't always know. Steve Tikolo continues. And the 100 comes up for India.
Steady, but a solid start.
Hit down the ground. He does hit the ball hard. That might have gone all the way. Yes, it has. And it didn't go very high.
Well, the crowd enjoy it. Boundary line.
And he's after it. It was only a matter of time. It's on to the roof and over the roof. Just had a feeling that it was only a matter of time, Sanjay.
Quite right, Beefy. Historically, leg spinners have never troubled Indian batsmen. Ganguly again very severe on Collins Obuya. He's always in great control when lofting the spinners. Get to the pitch of the ball. He's got a great swing of the bat. Sweet hitter of the cricket ball, sort of Ganguly, landing on the roof there. No problems.
Well, he's almost swung himself off his feet there.
The ball's come back. That's good news. It's just been changed.
Now, I wonder if that same person is still out there, because that's gone a little further over the top.
Well, he makes the decisions with the spinners. Which one's got to go, which one's got to be defended. This was outside the off, some sweeter timing on this one, and hence the distance was further away from the ground. You can see that premeditated shot. Didn't matter where the ball landed. And that's how he plays the spinners, by the numbers. Very often you'll see him hit the big shot, then play a defensive shot with the pad, and then again later on in the over decide this one's got to go, and it did.
Well, this one doesn't appear to be coming back.
That's where the ball will come from the box, not from outside the ground.
It was only a matter of time, wasn't it? Cameramen scattering all over the place. Hard and flat.
Well, we've seen some flat sixes in this innings. This one coming from Tendulkar. Now, it's been a while since I've seen him play in this fashion. He's always been a great lofter of the spinners, but he hasn't tried it too often these days.
Well, it's going to be wide, but it's a clever bit of bowling. He's a little unlucky. He's going all the way to the boundary and threw it up. It was the wrong one again. I think he's been listening to you, Sanjay.
And obviously not as much control over his googly as his orthodox leg spinner. But it's rarely used by Obuya today. He's got no choice with the left hand, looking to clout him over mid-wicket every time. And see, they're just running down leg side. Keny Obuya was deceived.
Oh, he's hit that out. What a wonderful catch. What a simply wonderful catch. Tendulkar needed height on it, didn't get it. Was beautifully caught.
Well, he hasn't been able to get a lot of height on some of those pull shots, and this time he didn't find the gap. Still needed a bit of catching. It was powerfully hit. Well, fortunately, that Obuya brother is tall. It's David Obuya. He's the tallest of them, and he held on well. 177 for 2.
Mohammed Kaif comes in with India 177 for 2 at the dismissal of Tendulkar. An overall average of just over 30. He's had an ordinary World Cup, his best in the last match against New Zealand. 68 not out. And this is how Tendulkar went. He wanted to get under that more. It would have gone for 6 had it not been caught, but perfect timing in terms of the jump. He knew that he wasn't that close to the boundary. Good catch by Obuya. Should be 2. Kaif going to the danger end, and he's by far the quickest, as has been pointed out. The latest weather update for you at 5:30 local time, as it's still raining at the airport. It's not raining here. It's still raining in Pietermaritzburg. Surrounded by it. So if it just stays that way.
That's the sort of stroke play that will work on this surface. Power hitting. Of course, you've got to have a bit of timing involved as well, but it's...
He's hit that to deep backward square. Oh, didn't quite get there. Good effort in the end. Piron Gondo it was. Another boundary to Saraf Ganguly. And that's what he's looking to do. Hoist him leg side for 4.
The Kenyans set high standards in the field. All the fielders inside the circle have their hands on the hips. They think that this could have been a better effort, but I think that's a marvelous effort made in the deep. He went for the catch and really used the full length of the body to go for it.
Down the track again, he's launched that one. That's gone all the way. That's a huge hit. That is well played. It's cleared all those Indian spectators by a mile. Very, very good strike from Saraf Ganguly.
Terrific hit by the Indian captain. And as we admire this big hit, which went a long way, it's at least, what, 30 meters after the rope.
Trying again, and he might... No, he's not going to get there. It's going to fall short, but it is going to go for 4. So 10 runs now off 2 balls from Saraf Ganguly. He's enjoying himself, so are the spectators. He's moved to 89.
Fatal mistake by the Kenyan captain. 1 over too many. He's in his 10th over. He's bowled a long spell, Steve Tikolo, and this time going with the spin.
Collins Obuya, that's a direct hit. That is brilliant fielding again from Collins Obuya. Now the Kenyans are quite happy. Steve Buckner takes his time and eventually says, Simon Torfel, you better have a look at this.
And Mohammad Kaif is walking. And this is a second impossible run that he's attempted. I'm not sure whether it was Ganguly who forced him into it or it was Mohammad Kaif's responsibility at that time to say no. Would have been good enough. Ganguly would have stayed on strike. Good throw that. Off balance, it's a direct hit. What a throw that is. So the brilliance in the field for Kenyans continue to amaze us. Third umpire's decision, Simon Torfel, one of the easier ones. There it goes. Mohammad Kaif is run out. I think Mohammad Kaif should have said no to this one. Ganguly plays to the fielder, wants the run. Could have said no, Mohammad Kaif. Doesn't want to let the captain down. Direct hit, and Kaif has no chance. He's made an important contribution, 15 of 20 balls, and India 233 for 3.
Yuvraj Singh is the next man in for India, playing his 69th game, average of just under 30, 46 overs gone, 234 for 3. Some pretty good batting from India. They'll be a little bit behind where they would want to be, I would imagine, at this stage. They've got to go a bit in these last 4 overs. There's another look at that brilliant work from Collins Obuya. It was outstanding stuff. Mohammad Kate was the man that was stranded. And as he was walking off, Sourav Ganguly didn't wait for the third umpire. Sourav Ganguly called him. He went over him first initially and just tapped him on the head and obviously said, well played. Yuvraj Singh has just got that over Ravinder Shah. That's going to go for 4, just over the top. I reckon there's about 6 inches in it. It was a good over up until then. 4 runs off the last ball, makes it 7 off the over. 48 gone, 247 for 3. Martin Sood.
An occasion to get that 100 is the semi-finals of World Cup 2003. This is a full toss, but difficult to hit those out of the ground, and especially straight down the pitch. It was a slow delivery that went wrong. Nothing wrong with the shot. Again, it gets the distance.
It's picked that up as well. Has that gone? Yes, it has. Terrific stuff this time from Yuvraj Singh. Having a full day at the moment, these two.
And the bowler is wearing a shocked expression. This is a new batsman. Non-boundary earlier in the over, in the last over, in fact. He's been the star for India. Great pickup shot. Bowler trying to get full, not full enough. You can see they're just pitching about a yard short of the crease. Enough for Yuvraj Singh to get underneath. And he's always had the gift of power, Yuvraj Singh. What a glorious hit that is. Super pickup shot.
The length is bad from Martin Sood. He will know that. To it. Oh, it's a very, very good effort. Doesn't quite get there. Runs away for 4 runs. Morris Adumbi it is. Ends a huge over for India. 18 runs from it. 49 gone. 265 for 3. Yuvraj Singh this time. Has he hold out? David Obuya is down there and he's taken a very good catch. Yuvraj Singh heading it into the air. Just a little bit too much elevation. But he's done his job. He's given the captain lots of strike and a handy little partnership again, but a good catch from David Obuya.
And the second catch for him. He picked Tendulkar up. Now it's Yuvraj Singh that is finished. And again, a Kenyan fielder going for the catch. They know no other way. Just go for these catches, even if they look impossible. 16 to Yuvraj Singh and 267 for 4 for India.
Rahul Dravid, almost 6,500 runs, average of just under 40. That's impressive stats from him. 206 game he's playing. Of course, does the keeping role these days and does it very effectively. 4th wicket to go down was Yuvraj Singh. Good partnership this one. It was 34 and 22 balls, and this is the end of it.
Well, trying to get it full was Oduya. So it was a low full toss that was converted into by Yuvraj Singh.
He's hit that solidly. David Obuya's in the line of fire again. And they just end up with a single to get to that 270 mark, which we were talking about all night. 270 for 4 after 50 overs. Outstanding knock from Sourav Ganguly. 111 not out. A captain's knock again. His 3rd 100 in the World Cup. Outstanding, Sanj.
Well, the consistent run for India continues. It started off slow and measured, but a good opening partnership between the two right-handers, Sehwag and Tendulkar. Tendulkar missing out on another 100 in this tournament. But Ganguly's got 3 of them, 111 not out, and they've reached a score of 270 for 4, which on this outfield, Mike, I think is as good as 300.
India will be pretty pleased with that after winning the toss and electing the bat after 50 overs. 274, a little spurt at the end was good stuff, and Sourav Ganguly magnificent. His 3rd 100 in this World Cup, not out 111 of 114 balls. A good stand also with Sachin Tendulkar, got 83, and that stand was 103. So that's a good total in the end, 270 for 4. If you look at the Kenyan bowling, 6 were used and 3 were successful. Thomas Oduya picked up 1 for 45 off 10, which is pretty good stuff. Ngondo was impressive. 1 for 38 off 10, and also Steve Tikolo, the skipper, decided to give himself a trundle. 6 and over he went for and picked up an important wicket. That is the story. Kenya need 271 runs. They've got 50 overs available. They weren't docked any at all, and the required rate is just under 5.5. Keny Obuya is opening the batting. He would have a little bit of extra protection on that elbow of his, I'd imagine, after that nasty blow from Brett Lee the other day, averaging just over 25. And also Ravindu Shah, who's had a good World Cup. His average does not reflect his ability. He's played very well, averaging in the 30s. Zahir Khan. Good shot. Very good shot indeed. Square on the offside for 4. Got a good stride in.
Slight problem here for Rahul Dravid. He's had problems collecting the ball.
And now he's obviously got a problem with finger. Maybe it's an anti-inflammatory, maybe, just to make sure he doesn't get any extra swelling there. Where you see the joints are taped up, as keepers do.
30 balls for 12.
Problems. The ball is darting around. It's a lot quicker. Really struggling to get bat onto ball.
Well, he's taken some battering here out there in the middle. He's been hit on the helmet earlier in the tournament. He was hit on the arm, now in the crotch. He's still on his haunches sitting there. The ball darting back in. Srinath on a wicket like this is a very difficult bowler to handle.
That's a good shout. Again, oh, finally the finger goes up. I was just about to say again, he has been refused by umpire Harper. Perhaps it was the continuous appeal. We'll have to wait and see.
And if at all this ball is pitching in line, it's because of the length. The length is very full, and you've got to say Daryl Harper had a very good look at it. It's not swinging too much for Zahir Khan. So pitch is on leg stump, and where is it heading? Straight into the furniture. It's a good decision, and you could see it when he had a look at it, and he was quite clear in his mind exactly what was going to happen. Ravindu Shah, a better batsman, is dismissed, gone for 1, and Kenya 20 for 1.
Well, I'm not too sure how many people are surprised, but I am to see Peter Ngondo walking out to the wicket at number 3. Perhaps it's because he has a strike rate of 76. Kenya are well behind where they need to be. But if you have a look at the average, 11.55. You certainly need to improve on that to be effective.
This is another look at that leg before pitching on leg stump. And I thought Daryl Harper knew it the first time when that happened, that this was going to be in the bowler's favor. But still had a long look at it. Kept Zahir Khan under some suspense for a while, and almost when the bowler had given up, there he is pleading with Daryl Harper, given up, hands on his knees. I think Daryl Harper was playing with the young man.
That's in the air, and I think that will be the end of Peter Ngondo. Don't think anyone could have expected much different, really. Hasn't got the class to perform at number 3 at this level.
And what's going to happen to the next batsman is an opposition even more fired up. They picked up 2 wickets, trying to play the short arm pull, looking to just chip it over mid-wicket. All it does is gives catching practice to Zahir Khan. So in the act again, taking a catch this time after picking up a wicket. Zahir Khan at mid-on helps out his partner Ashish Nehra, who's picked up Ngondo for a duck, and they score 21 for 2.
Well, we're not going to be trying to predict this Kenyan batting lineup. It's Thomas Oduya coming out to replace Peter Ngondo. Well, he certainly has a much better record. Over 1,000 runs, averaging in the low 20s, and a pretty good strike rate as well. What will his instructions be? Certainly not to just hang around.
Well, Steve Tikolo has been short of confidence in this tournament. Perhaps that's why Kenya not sending him at number 3 or number 4 on Gonda, the pinch hitter. Couldn't get a run. Played 5 deliveries. And on the 5th delivery, this is what happened. Intention was to get some runs quickly for his side. So that plan wasn't successful for Kenya. Just adding more smiles into the Indian camp.
Out. Caught by Dravid. Good delivery from the veteran.
No, this is classic Javagal Srinath. He's a magnificent bowler over the years, in the right area, lets the seam do the work. Little Dravid makes no mistake. Collins Obuya, he's gone for 15, it's 30 for 3.
$30 for 3 now then, Kenya. Captain Steve Tikolo. Awful lot to do.
Mind if he gets a delivery like Collins Obuya got just now, he'll find it equally as difficult to deal with. Look at that bounce, holds up, outside edge, regulation. Wicket keeper's catch, just as you'd like them. It's the bounce as much as anything I think they find the problem with, the Kenyans. He's done that a few times in his career.
This is going to be fun for whoever's under that. It's gone a mile in the air. Well caught. Very well caught. Looks simple, but trust me, it isn't.
No, I'll tell you, this is one of those wickets that's great to watch from up here. But if you're the man down at fine leg under this, well, first of all, it's up there what seems an eternity. And then it'll be swinging all over the place. Just Obuya going for the big one, skying it, and I have to say that Sehwag has taken that and made it look extremely easy. It wasn't, believe me. Obuya's gone for 7, it's 36 for 4.
$36 for 4, Morris. Adumbi coming to the wicket, 58 matches, or this is his 58, over 1,000 runs at an average of just 25. Reasonable strike rate.
It's his 2nd wicket, skied top edge. Now this goes a long, long way up. It's still up there somewhere. There it comes. And I'll tell you what, he caught that well in the end, because that ball was moving away, sliding around the air. When you get top edge like that, it takes a lot of spin on the ball. It does well in the end. That is, he makes it look easy. That's a very, very good catch. He's just going away from him there, but he hangs on. Well, it's paddled, premeditated, and very successful. Sparing dive. Zahir Khan to no avail. But premeditated, just enough bat on it.
The secret to hit the ball for 4 is to hit it all along the ground. It runs reasonably well there. The outfield would have got just a little bit quicker since 2:30, but not a lot. As soon as you hit it in the air, oh, you got the wrong hand on it. The left hand got in the way first. Well played. What a fine cricket shot. Whether it went for 6 or 4 doesn't matter. But what a beautiful cricket shot.
He's prepared to use his feet. Comes down. Now just have a look at this. It's not all under control. Inside out, opens the face, full follow through, and clears the ropes handsomely. Excellent. Inside out.
Here he goes again. This might be out though. Yes, it is. One too many, but he had to try. 63 for 5 now, Kenya.
Well, Thomas Obuya decided it was time to entertain. He wasn't going to ask the question later, if only I tried. He did try. Magnificent 6 off the first ball of the over. This time, not quite timing it, not getting hold of it all. So Khan makes no mistake. Yuvraj Singh picks up the wicket of Mark Waugh. He's gone for 19. It's 63 for 5.
Hitesh Modi, 892 runs. He was saying between innings he was looking forward to being part of this run chase. Well, he's got an awful lot to do, but let's just remember, the experience alone will be one none of these Kenyans will ever forget. Good catch that in the end as well. There have been some good fielding. There's been some very good catches from both sides.
Harbhajan Singh. Oh, that's another very good delivery. It's gone straight past the bat, straight past Rahul Dravid, and it's going to run away for 4 byes. It was the toppy again, but lovely flight.
Well, I don't think Dravid's picked it. He was going the other way. It was the top spinner. And in many ways, I think India have been a little fortunate. Dravid is a part-time keeper. He's not really been tested against the turning ball in this tournament.
That's going to run away towards the fence. It's pretty slow in that region. Just going to trick it on the right. So 4 runs. Gone. Rahul Dravid's taken the catch. Zahir Khan back into the attack, and he's picked up a wicket. He's broken the back of Kenya now. 92 for 6 they are.
Well, you could see it coming. He had beaten the bat on a couple of occasions. He was pitching the ball up, getting some movement away from the left-hander. And finally, he's rewarded. Again, excellent seam position. Just playing inside it, bat away from the body. And once again, when the batsman nicks, Dravid makes no mistake. Zahir Khan picks up his 2nd wicket. Hitesh Modi departs, and Kenya reeling at 92 for 6.
Playing his 20th game, David Obuya, averaging under 10. Strike rate also isn't great, so obviously just starting to get towards the tail now. Kenya 92 for 6 they are. Last man to go was Hitesh Modi, a regulation nick for Rahul Dravid. Moved pretty sharply to his left, took the catch, but Zahir Khan terrific in his performance tonight, coming back into the attack and taking care of Hitesh with a very good delivery. Perfect line and length, and just a little bit of movement away from Modi. That's his 2nd, 2 for 12 now. 5 overs and 4 balls.
There's the comparison. After 33 overs then, India were 151 for 1. Kenya 47 behind. They've lost 5 more wickets. This could be problems. Well, Harbhajan Singh puts his hand up in the air. He seems to think this is very close. Direct hit, I have no doubt. David Obuya would have been out. Let's just have a look.
I think Steve Buckner is just making sure exactly what happened here, but Harbhajan Singh didn't look all that confident. There's a long way to go. Here comes the dive. Surely direct hit, he would have been out. It's close, and the bat is in the air. That is another problem for the umpire, the 3rd umpire.
Yeah. Well, I know what I think. Let's see what the 3rd umpire thinks. Well, I think he's absolutely right. It's not an easy decision, but a little unlucky for David Obuya. As he hits the ground, the bat gets thrown up in the air.
It was always going to be a close one. Steve Buckner wasn't absolutely sure. The bat was certainly over the line, but it has to be grounded. Unfortunate, but he has to go. It's 104 for 7.
Collins Obuya is the new batsman. And a pretty good World Cup with the ball. This is the reason he's at the crease. David Obuya comes charging down the wicket. It's a good piece of fielding. Now he's very unlucky because when he hits the ground, his bat bounces and it's up in the air. And there we go. Bat's up in the air, and he's so unlucky then, short to the ground.
Shot that is, top of the roof and over it.
Well, Sehwag is pointing out to long off where Saurav Ganguly is stationed. Well, it's not fun at the moment. I think it's Ganguly who's asked him to flight the ball to Obuya, and out of the blue, this mighty blow. That was powerfully struck. Almost cleared that roof, taking some chip with it.
That's gone a very long way, and it's been dropped in the crowd. No, don't come up with it having picked it up off the floor. Good shot.
Steve Tikolo is the man. Look at that. That's a clean hit. I've seen a few sixes in this match. It's one of the better ones. It was good to watch a straight hit, straight down the wicket.
He's got an edge on this. He might get 4 for it. He does. That's 10 in 2 balls.
A typical reaction of a non-regular bowler. After being hit straight down the wicket, goes short in length. This is the 6th that we were talking about. Looks good in the black sky, the white ball. And yes, the fielding, not impressive.
And again. 6 more. Good job they moved the trophy off that table.
Well, he's a strong man, Tikolo. Didn't quite get to it, and I don't think he middled this one. But just good use of the arm. A jerk at the very last minute to get the power.
It would be fitting for the Kenyan captain to get a 50. And he's done it. The last ball of the over. Excellent shot. Big over for Kenya. Too little too late, maybe. 152 for 7. Bowled him out. Dragged it back onto the stumps. And Sachin Tendulkar takes the applause graciously. And a good innings from the Kenyan captain.
He's got all kinds of varieties with the spin. This is the quicker delivery. And looking to hit hard, just came in a bit too quickly for him. And also didn't quite turn as much as he expected. He's delighted, and why not? He loves taking wickets. Wants to be involved in the game at all time. Did well on that occasion. Steve Tikolo gone for 56, and Kenya 161 for 8.
Martin Suji, the new man at the crease, 161 for 8. And not much of a record to speak of, but that's fair enough. Tendulkar taking his first wicket in the tournament. It's always such an irritating way to get out there, dragging the ball down onto your stumps. Just laughs. He enjoyed his evening. And I think that's one thing the Kenyans have done. They've really enjoyed their World Cup. Dravid now angry with himself, because that sort of thing can't happen on Sunday. It just can't. 170 for 8.
I think it's really time for maybe Dravid to just go back into the dressing room and get some attention for his finger, where he's really suffering out there. And maybe somebody can just don the wicket-keeping gloves, or as a special gesture, young Parthiv Patel could be allowed to keep wickets. I'm sure the Kenyans wouldn't mind it at this stage of the match. He's not gone in for a precautionary X-ray or anything. Nobody knows how much the damage is.
Not a bad shout. That's out. Up goes that finger from umpire Steve Buckner. Just a little bit of reverse swing, I think. It darted back into the last minute and caught him in front.
Well, he's such a natural. Just watch the seam here when it leaves his hand. He's bowling seam up. He's been bowling leg spin for all this while. Have a look at this. Bolt upright, reverse swing, struck in line. That would have knocked over the centre pole. So Kenya lose their 9th wicket. It's 179 for 9.
Number 11, Asif Karim, average of over 12.5. That's not too bad for number 11. Got him. Terrific Yorker to finish things for Zahir Khan. He's had a great night. That's his 3rd. Picks up 3 for 14. And they've wrapped this up in emphatic style. Really, really top-notch performance from India.
First-class effort. Around the wicket. Perfect Yorker. Again, just a hint of reverse swing. That's good enough for number 11. The centre stump knockback. And this is an emphatic win for India. They dominated the game from the outset. And a journey that started on the 12th of February as it ended up with them being in the final of the World Cup.
So there's a look back at Kenya's batting. 179 they made. The top scorer was Steve Tikolo with 56. Second top scorer was Extras with 39. And then Collins Obuya with his highest score in one-day international cricket, making 29. So all out for 179. The bowling for India was very, very good indeed. Only just Yuvraj Singh getting a little bit of a tap, but look right at the top. Zahir Khan, just over 9 overs, 2 maidens, 3 for 14. He set the trend. Javagol Srinath was spot on again, as you can see with those figures. And also Ashish Nehra, 2 for 11 off 5. So looking back at the match summary, India winning the toss, batting first, 270 for 4. Ganguly superb with his 22nd one-day international 100, and Kenya then all out for 179. And India won by 91 runs and play Australia in the big final.